Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des, Rock, Steady, King of the Posers TV, Red Hot Chilies, Blood Sugar Sex Magik. It was recommended on the Patreon by my friend Michael. We had the breather from the Chilies, since the concerning allegations against the frontman sort of turned me off of listening to the music on Freaky Styley and the nonchalant promotion of such via the music. I still can't deny they're a great band. There's one tune in particular prior to this record, I listened to from the Chilies post finding out there's potentially a bit of a pedo. And that was allegedly. What do I know? I don't know anything about the history of the band, but whatever turned me off when we listened to them last time. It was like a year back, if not more, at this point. They did a cover of a Sly and the Family Stone number, If You Want Me to Stay, I think the title of the tune was. Quality. They did a fantastic job on that. To me, sounded better than the original song. So I thought that had replay value. I enjoyed that up until this point. 17 tunes, great effort on this record, great production. A lot of people ring-a-ding-ding-ding singing the praises of Rick Rubin in the comments. No doubt he's been a participant of a lot of great records, but I don't know as to whether that's just sort of like a, stolen valor sort of thing, which most artists, that's a law of power, isn't it? Get others to do the work and take the credit. I don't know as to how much he genuinely was involved, but no doubt his name has been attached to a lot of great productions. The quality was good. It was organic in the sense that it wasn't like technologically blinding. It wasn't glitz and glamour. It was a great organic production where you could hear the instrumentation to a fine detail. Perfect. Great for a band that can perform well and play their instruments well, such as the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Might have been said in the past, but I'll say it now. It's all about the rhythm section. It's about the bass and the drums. It's about the toe tappers. It's about the groove. It's about the funk. Guitarist gives a fuck. I know Frusciante, or whatever you say his name, is like, a great musician, but he doesn't play the role he could do in another band, in the Red Hot Chilies, and that's just a showcase and an amplification of how valuable and how great the rhythm section is. Anthony is okay. I didn't listen or pay attention to one element of the lyrical content, didn't care, but his phrasing is really good. His performance is good. It aligns. It's so rhythmic that it joins forces with the instrumental to create one moving unit, as opposed to an instrumental and the vocal atop of that. His vocal performance, at least during the funkier sections, his rap-like approach sort of emphasizes and creates and highlights and concentrates particular accents on the rhythms and the beats to just elevate the sound of the music as a whole, as opposed to separating it and having his own area of identity within the lyrical and vocal line. Is 17 tracks too much? I mean, this was brought out in 91, and with that being said, I think it's a great quality for 91. I think, even though they had a funding behind it, clearly, this sounds like it was a project in 95, 96, 97. 91 is early for such a sound like this. This is a great sound. I'm not speaking stylistically, I'm speaking as far as the production is concerned. Great sounding record. Could we call it 14 tracks? Probably. 17's a lot. Like in 91, if you had a tape deck or if you're listening to it on CD in the later years, like the amount of material, or if you had a record player, like the amount of investment you have to sort of put in to listen to the record as a whole, bit too long for me. I do have a life, and to listen to an album from start to finish that is of this length, like when am I going to have the opportunity to do that? That's kind of crazy. But it's all good substance. As a creative myself, I do give them props for actually putting together. And I know a lot of it is jam based as opposed to like structurally written, but as far as like coming up with 17 tracks of material or 16 tracks of like material of this quality, that's a lot to remember, and it's a great showcase of imagination and memory. You know, that's not easy to do. No flipping way would that be easy to do. I thought this was a great record. I'm not too bothered about the singer-songwriter-esque stuff in this day and age. That appeals to my younger self, you know, and that obviously appeals to how they were marketing the band, because the music videos were sort of prioritized for those more songwriter-esque ballads as opposed to like the funky junky stuff. But as a grown-up, you know, who's sort of bypassed the emotional stage of my life, the hormonal driven stage of my life, where songs such as Under the Bridge and stuff would have, you know, touched me a little closer. I just want to have a good time, tap my foot, zone out and enjoy good things in this world as opposed to what we're force fed, generally speaking. I want to hear good, positive, upbeat, dancey numbers, and the band provides this tenfold on this record to a degree where I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I thought this was really good. Arguably, you know, if we just highlighted and concentrated what I thought were the great numbers and called it a 12-track record, easy 8.5. No doubt. On that note, I'm signing out, people. Peace, one love. Goodbye.